Hello, thank you, and welcome to another exciting episode here at Epic Farmer, coming to you live from my farm here by the shores of Lake Victoria in Bondo, Siaya County, where I just introduced a fresh batch of tomatoes under drip irrigation. Today we'll be discussing tomato crop management. So sit back, relax, and take notes as we go on this epic learning journey. And please do not forget to like and subscribe. As usual, the link to the PDF on pests and diseases is in the description. I'll begin by offering a word of caution. Only plant tomatoes in a field where no tomatoes or plants of the same family like peppers, eggplants, or other solanaceous crops have been planted in the last 2 to 3 seasons. Plants from the same family share similar insect pests and disease problems, so they will probably spread it to the next crop. Other crops not recommended include potato, okra, tobaccos, cucumbers, and squash. Crops recommended include green beans, cabbages, turnips, cassava, maize, sorghum, groundnuts, and broccoli. I have seen people rotate tomatoes with crops like onions, garlics, and melons. To prepare the field, thoroughly loosen the soil by deep plowing to enable root system to spread to a depth of around 40 to 60 centimeters. Deep plowing helps to kill soil-borne pathogens and nematodes because they die when they're exposed to the sun. After deep plowing, level the field, put drainage channels for places with bumpy surfaces, ditches, or places that are waterlogged. Regular ridges should be done at about 30 to 35 centimeters high and 25 to 30 centimeters wide. Because tomatoes require frequent watering, you should be near a reliable water source. I cannot stress this enough. You should be near a reliable water source. As a farmer, you are recommended to do a soil test before you begin anything. Tomatoes require a pH of about 5 to 7.5. If the soil pH is low, add lime, which is calcium carbonate. If the pH is high, mix some gypsum into the soil to lower the pH. You can use false sowing technique to get rid of weeds before planting. This is done by watering the field after full preparation. The weeds are then eliminated by hoeing or by chemical weed killers or herbicides. Tomato is usually raised in a nursery. Buy certified seeds from the local agrovet or seed company. These seeds are good because they are usually pre-treated with spectrum of fungicides such as Captan, Linden, to control things like dumping off. For a hectare, you require about 250 grams of seeds, which has approximately 70,000 seeds of indeterminate varieties and 125 grams of seeds for the determinate varieties. The determinate varieties are the short, bushy tomatoes, while the indeterminate varieties are the ones that grow one stem that grows very long and is trellis going upwards. For an acre, you can use about 60 to 100 grams of seeds for indeterminate varieties and about 30 to 50 grams for determinate ones. Sow seeds at about 0.5 centimeters deep. You can use seed from a previous crop. In soils poor in organic matter, mix about 20 tons of manure per hectare. That translates to around 2 handfuls per planting hole. Mix them thoroughly into the soil. You can use manure together with DAP at a rate of 200 kilograms per hectare, which is equivalent to 10 grams or 1 teaspoonful per planting hole. If no manure is available, you can use DAP only. Remember to mix them thoroughly with the soil. The first top dressing is done with CAN at a rate of 100 kilograms per hectare. That is 5 grams or half a teaspoonful per plant when the plants are around 25 centimeters high or about 3 weeks old. The second top dressing is done 4 weeks after the first top dressing at a rate of 200 kilograms per hectare. That is 10 grams or 1 teaspoonful of CAN per plant. Inadequate nutrient levels may result in deficiency disorders that can be observed as patterns of leaf discoloration or fruit abnormality. The major nutritional disorder in tomato is blossom end rot, caused by calcium deficiency. You will see this as a softening and darkening of the bottom part of the tomato fruit, and it becomes really soft and folds. Looks like something is rotting. Other common nutrient disorder symptoms include chlorosis, or yellowing of the leaves of older leaves due to nitrogen deficiency, stunted growth or short plants, the leaves turn purple, there is late fruit maturation due to inadequate phosphorus, there is drying of leaf margins coupled with hollow fruit when potassium is limiting. Deficiency disorders can be corrected by application of foliar fertilizers or foliar feeds, which are mixed with water and sprayed on the leaves, like Easy Grow Vegetative and Easy Grow Fruit and Flower, or Easy Grow Calcium, or optimizers, among others. Mulching conserves moisture and keeps down the soil temperature. It is especially important for determinate varieties to maintain the quality of the fruit. You can use grasses or plastic mulch, which we'll cover in another topic. Weeding should be done regularly to reduce nutrient competition and to destroy alternate hosts of diseases and pests. Training the plants as soon as possible. Training of plants has a number of benefits, include improved spraying to control foliar diseases and pests, less sunburn, better air circulation around the plants, and less fruit rotting. Varieties that have an indeterminate growth habit require training on trellises or suspended on twine from overhead wires. The crop grown for the fresh market should always be trellised. For the indeterminate varieties, put a 2-meter stake firmly into the soil and loosely tie the seedling to the stake. What I've just described is what we call staking, which is used to support the tomato plant so that it can bear the weight of the fruits. Farmers prune to remove suckers for indeterminate varieties. The practice influences the flowering and fruiting of the tomato plant. Leave 1 or 2 main stems and pinch out the lateral bud branches as they appear. When 6 to 8 trusses or clusters of fruits are formed, pinch out the growing tips to encourage growth of good size marketable fruits. Remove leaves close to the ground to help prevent the entry of blight. Smokers can spread tobacco virus disease. They should wash their hands before handling any tomato plants. Because pruning may reduce total yield and increase the incidence of viral diseases and other disorders, this practice is not recommended for tomatoes grown in the open field at all. A 3 to 4 year rotation program with non-related crops is recommended to reduce buildup of pests and diseases. In dry weather, regular watering is essential. Soak the ground 2 to 3 times each week, especially during critical periods like flower setting and growth of the fruits. Irrigate regularly without fail. Regular watering reduces blossom end rot, ensures uniform fruit development, prevents fruit splitting, reduces the risk of sun scorch, enhances fruit growth, and increases the size and number of your fruits. In very hot weather, sprinkler irrigation should be done early in the morning to avoid heat shock. Burned leaves, non-setting flowers, and setting up of a microclimate favorable for disease. You can irrigate at the end of the day so long as the plants dry up by nightfall to avoid late blight disease. Apply 3 to 4 millimeters per day at planting and 6 millimeters per day at flowering. Wet the soil to about 6-inch deep each time you water it. Excess water increases waterlogging, which leads to magnesium, phosphorus, and nitrogen deficiency. Watering is reduced at the end of crop maturity. Drought during fruiting period is most critical for the final yield. Hey, that is all for today. Some dogs are really barking outside. Watch out for the next episode on seed sowing and handling seedlings in a nursery. Again, the link to the PDF on pests and diseases is in the description for you to download. Thank you for your support. Remember to like the video, subscribe, and share. I'm always looking forward to your comments. Bye.